Joining me now on the Daily Ledger Page 5 beat from Nashville, Tennessee, economic analyst, hedge fund manager, and contributor to Forbes and other major publications, Thomas Landstreet. Tom, let's break down what the president has been saying here. Let's start with China. And he was talking about how China has devalued its currency, effectively saying that it's being absorbed, the tariffs are being absorbed by the devaluation. What he means by that, I think, and I want you to help clarify for me, is that when China or any country devalues its currency, the American dollar will go further, more bang for the buck, correct?
Well, when they devalue their currency relative to our currency, it makes ours more expensive and theirs cheaper. It makes their exports cheaper,
right?
Their imports more expensive. They're not devaluing it that much. It hasn't fallen apart by any means. I disagree with them. Everybody pays the tariffs. They do. We do too. If you think inflation's muted, and it is, it'd probably be even deflation without the tariffs. I'm impressed at how little inflation there is, even with these tariffs, Graham. It's really impressive. It shows the value of deregulating, lowering the price of production, which is happening, as we've talked about, in the United States and other countries.
Right. And so we're in the midst of the trade negotiations. The president is still optimistic that a deal will be had between the two countries, the United States and China, by the end of the year. In the meantime, we have the Federal Reserve testifying before Congress later this week. And it's interesting, he's talking about quantitative tightening and raising interest rates. It's kind of down in the weeds a little bit. I don't want to go down there too far. But the bottom line is there's a happy medium to be struck here, isn't there? And what I mean by that is the Federal Reserve, sure, it should be raising rates because they were artificially low for too many years, but they kind of got very aggressive about it. And I think that's the point the president's trying to make here.
Well, yeah, I agree. And when the 10 years, dipped below $2, 2%, twice recently, it shows you interest rates in the short term are too high, Graham. They do need to cut them. A quarter point would be good. Before they do that, they might stop their quantitative tightening, which, by the way, is scheduled to stop in August, according to what Jerome Powell has been saying now for a year, the quantitative tightening. So I think they will do that. I think it is the right policy. And I cringe every single time that Donald Trump browbeats Jerome Powell, because I remember what it was like when my dad browbeat me. It made me want to go the opposite direction. So I really worry about that.
Well, we'll find out, I guess, in a matter of about 48 hours of what direction the Federal Reserve is going to go, because Jerome Powell is testifying before the United States Congress. Thomas, thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.